Welcome to the President's Diary, a weekly program where we highlight the work of His Excellency Dr. President Irfaan Ali. On Monday, His Excellency opened the first of several stakeholder consultations on the draft local content policy framework. The consultations will maximize the level, quality, and benefits of participation in the petroleum sector value-added chain by Guyanese. President Ali told the meeting of private sector officials and representatives of international oil companies that the policy is not limited to the oil and gas industry, but is set in a national development framework.
Local content is not about oil and gas alone. If we are under the mistaken belief that local content is about oil and gas alone, then we'll be commencing the development of this document from the wrong perspective. Whilst the oil and gas sector would be one that will be critically targeted in the local content strategy, the local content strategy is an overarching strategy that will cover every single sector of our development as a country.
The strategy has among its focus the insurance and banking sectors, increasing manufacturing and industrial capacity, human resource transformation, and training and development. Dr. Ali said the oil and gas sector is the catalyst that will move others forward. The draft policy says Guyana will approach the development of its petroleum resources, people, and businesses in a pragmatic, collaborative, transparent, and accountable manner, and with clarity of purpose. President Ali joined his fellow St. Stanislaus College alumni on Tuesday evening in the boardroom of John Fernandes Limited to honor long-serving chairman of the Board of Governors of the college, Christopher Fernandes, for his dedication to the school. The president was asked by the St. Stanislaus Alumni Association of Toronto to present one of Stanley Greaves' treasured artworks in a special tribute to the 76-year-old Mr. Fernandes. The head of state and several other former members of the school, including Mr. Fernandes' son David, were joined via Zoom by members of the Toronto Association for the presentation. President Ali said Mr. Fernandes has been a pillar of dedication at the school and has served with distinction.
The difference between Saints and many other institutions is that when you exit Saints, you exit as a well-rounded individual. And that is the complete difference. I mean, in our years, we were the champion of basketball, volleyball, football, debating, cricket, and it tells a story of an institution that was supported, but many people don't know where that support comes from. And for us to recognize a pillar of that support, Mr. Chris Fernandes.
Mr. Fernandes has served in his position since 2005 when the Board of Governors was introduced to the school. He has also served as chairman of the Farm Committee at the school for the last 42 years. On Wednesday, His Excellency held fruitful discussions with residents of the Essequibo Island of Leguan. President Ali listened to their concerns and ideas for the island, which included infrastructural development, business initiatives, and refurbishment projects. The residents thanked the president for accommodating them and also congratulated him on his presidency. The Leguan contingent included Mr. Danchan Ramnarain, Ms. Fazia Ali, Ms. Bibi Khan, Mr. Hemraj Sharma, Mr. Lachman Dwarka, Ms. Nabila Ayub, Mr. Shazad Razak, and Mr. Jainarain Singh. That concludes the President's week, but before we go, let's take a look at some of the highlights from his inaugural address to the 12th Parliament. During his maiden address, the head of state reiterated that job creation remains a top priority for his government.
We stated quite clearly that our objective is to create 50,000 jobs. That goal, which once seemed distant and impossible, is now within our nation's reach, made possible by the transformative agenda of government that will see the expansion of construction, investment in mega-scale infrastructure, reduced costs of energy, leading to industrialization and upscale agro-processing and manufacturing, environmental services, engineering services, and a spin-off of major private sector investments in new hotels and shore-based facilities.
President Ali assured the House that systems would be put in place for the expansion of these industries.
My government is committed to providing the infrastructural framework in which these enterprises can develop and expand, improving directly the lives of all who invest their efforts in them, and benefiting our country as a whole indirectly by increasing its wealth and the welfare of our people.
The head of state during his address also stressed the importance of youth participation at the national level.
My government understands the importance of youth in development of the country. It is for this reason I have established the soon-to-be operationalized Youth Advisory Council, which will be at the heartbeat of policy making. Our support for young people will go beyond education, health, and sports. We'll be establishing a special development, innovation, and research fund to stimulate new business ideas and to create a space for youth participation in the new economy.
President Ali says young people can expect investments in every region, which will give them access to state-of-the-art sporting facilities and, importantly, incentivizing participation in the creative industry.
This has been the President's Diary, where we took a look at His Excellency Dr. President Irfaan Ali's week of activities. Thanks for watching. Join us again next week.